Hi everyone, it's Ashley, and I am here with another message for you. So, today we are going to talk about mental discipline being the thing that is going to really help you out. Now, so if you're new to my channel or my podcast, wherever you're listening to this on, welcome. Before I get too deep into the message, I want to tell you welcome and thank you so much for being here. And here on my channel, we talk all about spiritual living and self awareness, and that encompasses a lot of things that will help you create the life that you want, no matter what your previous experiences have been, no matter where you've come from, no matter none of that. It doesn't matter. And I want you to really, really, truly know that. And so we're going to talk about mental discipline being the thing. So you will hear this talked about in different ways. Um, but I want to break it down to you to make it as simple as possible for you. So basically, you have to get in control of your thoughts. And it is both an internal and an external thing because how you are thinking and perceiving yourself to be, who you are, all of it is determining your everyday, every moment, moment by moment experience. And so, if you want to see any change externally on the outside in your everyday life, your current reality, your current experience, you have got to get control of your thoughts. And for some, this is simpler than others. It's easier for some than others. And for some people, it's more challenging. And so, what you have to do is begin to see yourself and become the self, the version of you, the reality, the new story, whatever word you want to use to describe that, you have to start being that. And through the years, I'm talking many years, it took me a long time to get this, and so I'm trying to help you not take so long to get this. There's it's been described as acting as if, creating your own reality, becoming your higher self, becoming that version of you. But what you are simply doing is, instead of thinking and being and acting from the same loop, the same repetition, the same story, the old paradigm, what's always familiar, what feels comfortable, what you just are to everyone else, you have to shift and start being the version of you that has your desires, that lives the life you want. And it comes from you remembering that you already have it, because all happens from within. The creator, in my understanding and my experience at this time, and I say that because, if you're living, you're learning. That's how I feel. We should be learning and growing and all this stuff. And so, whatever you want to call our divine creator, whether it's the divine, God, source, the all, whatever you want to call our creator, everything goes from within. A part of the creator is within us, and the grand controller of the cosmos, the universe, the multiverse, whatever you want to call it. But that's getting a little bit too deep into that side of things. But what I want to impress upon you, so you can understand, is that if you think about creation, all is finished. And if all is finished, then you have access to all that is already. And so you are not out here trying to get something. Your goal is to be the something that you want to be. And that comes from mental discipline at first, because you're going to have to check your thoughts. Now, there's going to come a time where it just comes naturally. But at first, it is a conscious effort of controlling and stopping yourself from going down the old version. So let me get to some examples because I want this to make sense and make it plain. Let's say you desire a new job. We're just going to go with job. And you've been putting in all these applications, you've been submitting all these resumes, you've been getting all these certifications, and nothing is working. Well, 9 times out of 10, the thoughts that are ruminating in the back of your mind or the forefront or out loud or every conversation you're having or whatever, you are constantly telling people, oh, it's so hard to get a job. So many people are applying, and I put in my stuff. I make sure I have all the keywords and all this stuff, but nobody's calling me back. It's a saturated job market. These jobs aren't paying. You're constantly saying all this stuff. And that's on the outside. So your external reflects your internal. So if external you are saying all of those things, all of those things, then internally your belief system looks like it's always hard for me. No one ever chooses me. And these are just examples. There could be a myriad of things that you are thinking on the inside. Why would they choose me when all these people are applying? Oh no, I need it like this. It's coming from an energy of not knowing that you have it, not believing. Let's even just start with believing. It's coming from a place of not believing that it's yours, not believing that you're worthy and that you deserve it and that you can even get it. And so what you have to do is stop those thoughts. We're not even going to get deep into the being part right now because I want you to understand this. You have to stop those thoughts. And at first, it might feel a little uncomfortable. And you might believe that you are lying to yourself. Well, fine. Whatever you want to believe, just do it. I'm trying to tell you, just do it. You have to switch the thoughts from I don't to I do. Yes, of course, I'm going to get chosen. My resume and my work speaks for itself. I'm always chosen. I always get the job, and they give me bonuses, and this is the highest paying job I have ever had and will continue to have more. You need to switch to thoughts like that. And you need to keep on keeping on and remember that you are the one that things always work out for. I don't care if life has been hard. I don't care. Well, I don't mean to be callous. Let me back up and say I don't mean to be callous or non-understanding, but I want you to get this because I want you to live your best life. You have to know that all you desire is here for you to experience, and you have to put this stuff into practice. What I see and have experienced is that people, the majority of people, myself included at one time, were trained to think the opposite, to get into this thing of you had to work hard, you had to hustle, there was no rest. If you rested, you were lazy. Things didn't come easy. Like all of this stuff to condition you and your mind to think that this is hard and it's never going to be me, and that's just for some people. But that is not the truth. That is not the truth at all. You can have, live, and be your desires. You just have to make a decision about what you want and know that it's yours. You already have it. you speak the words, you think the words, you do the actions that are aligned with that version of you, your story, your experience, and you have fun with this. Because it's so simple that it's made hard. But it doesn't have to be that way. And so discipline your mind, because okay, sometimes you will have thoughts of the opposite. Like the old story will creep in. And all you do is you have to check it. If this thought comes in, like you're thinking, oh, I'm always chosen, I always get what I want, this job is already mine. So I have so many job offers that people are fighting to give me the job, whatever you want to say. I have to turn people down because I have so many job offers, whatever it is you want to say. So you have to think or know that sometimes the doubts, the fears, the guilt, the shame, the non-belief, or whatever else will creep in. And all you do is, if it pops up, if you're saying all the things like I was saying before, and the opposite thought pops up, like, well, why would they choose me? You could cancel it out. No, we're not on that anymore. This is what you're doing internally. Hell, I've seen some people do it externally. You get to a certain point. Now, people, you might be looked at a certain way, but if you're at the point you don't care, whatever. But back to what I was saying. Okay, so you just check the thought. No, that's not where we're at anymore. That's not what I said. That's not what we're doing. I am the one that always gets the job. And when I get the job, it is easy. It is simple. It is aligned with me. And it pays me however much I want, whenever I want. So that's how you have to do it. Mental discipline is the key. So now, if you've been with me for the past few years, then you will see that I talk a lot about shadow work and healing. So let's bring this together, because sometimes it's not as simple for some to just start to think differently. Some people need to know why and how, and it helps to do the shadow work to figure out where these old thoughts or this way of thinking and being and all of that stuff, where it came from in the first place. So if that is you, then I highly encourage you to still do shadow work. But I want to let you know that that's not necessary for everyone. Shadow work will help you understand why you have thought the way that you have thought up until now, when you are turning and going down a new path. It will help you resolve those areas in your mind with your relationships, with your family, maybe things that were told to you, or just it's just the way it is. Oh, old wounds or things that have occurred. Shadow work is very beneficial. I say do not discard it if you are really a person that needs to know why things happen. And then that will help you see that, hey, these thoughts did not even come from me. I've just been automatically reacting to what I was conditioned to believe, programmed, or whatever, what was familiar. But now that you know that, if you choose to go on the path of shadow work, now that you know that, then you can then make a very concrete, conscious decision to now think for yourself and think on your own terms and create life how you desire it to be. And so I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this was helpful to many of you. I trust that it is. If you have questions, please remember you can always leave them down in the box below, whatever platform you're listening to this on. You can email me alightindarknessforyou@gmail.com. And until we speak again, Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.